watching it in earlier days, like DD National or DD Metro. Most of the
Hi.
hello, sir. How are you?
Top of the world, absolutely.
Great.
And and how have you been, sir?
I am doing great as well.
Anything that you want to share with me?
Oh, there is nothing new.
Nothing new?
No.
Oh, today, why don't you play the role of the speaker and I become the learner today?
Okay,
Because
that's great.
I've never been into that role. Let's swap roles today. You always
Yeah,
want to become a tutor, right?
right.
Why don't you play that role today? And whenever we meet from next, that henceforth you will become the speaker and I'll become your learner. And I'll learn so many things from you because I know you are a teacher as well.
Okay,
And believe me, I'm coming out of that entire skin of a tutor when I'm saying this. I have left already.
okay.
So over to you, sir. You go and you go ahead. And please correct me wherever I go wrong. Done.
That is difficult, and
No,
that
no.
reminded me that yes, sometimes not while I'm talking to the tutor, but sometimes when I go back and watch my own recording, I notice a few mistakes by tutors have. So I have noticed a few of those mistakes, not against you, for sure.
It could be against me also, no problem. And please tell
Yeah,
me.
I mean, at least it has not happened till now.
I am absolutely okay if somebody tells my mistake. I'll be very happy, in fact.
I mean, it has not happened till now, but it has happened quite a few times, and to
I
some
remember.
tutors,
I
it
remember
has happened.
you have told me this in the past also. I remember this. Okay.
Okay,
But do you
yeah, right.
think those mistakes are because of the lack of ignorance, or it has happened just as a slip?
Just because a slip of tongue, maybe.
Ah,
And like one time, I remember that was ignorance as well, because she was using until with negative sentence, like until you don't work, you will not succeed, and something like this. When
acha,
I
acha, acha.
corrected, then she checked it right then and there, and then she realized that okay, this was the missing part.
Yeah, so very nice, very nice, very
Yeah,
nice. So when you so yeah, over to you, brother. I don't want to because whatever time is so less, so you can
yeah,
maneuver the conversation. Let this be very interesting one, so that it can be so boring for you, right? Every time coming and asking the tutors, asking you the question. Why don't you play the role? I was thinking, moment I saw your booking,
okay,
and you had booked this much way in advance. I think this session.
yeah, of course,
Usually I take off
because
time.
uh,
Yeah,
even
please.
earlier you used to open slots in advance, but nowadays you open just 1 or 2 days in advance. So yeah,
I do not even know my schedule, bro. I mean,
okay,
it is so
yeah, right.
difficult. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, so how is going?
It's been very busy, brother. I mean, I'll tell you something that too much of commitments, and rather, I should say that I have a lot on my plate at this moment. So, my hours, they are still intact, my working hours. Maybe the number of hours that I put in here on Clapping Go, that
Okay,
has that has reduced a bit. You must have seen that.
yeah,
Earlier, I used to spend long hours. People used to
right.
people used to think that I work for Clapping Go.
Yeah, right.
I used to get this question: Do you work full time? Because you are there from morning till night.
Right, right.
That was the initial stages when I had joined. But wonderful journey, no doubt about
Yeah, sure.
it.
Okay, then what should we start?
Anything you like, bro. Anything that you want to. Sometimes you should be given that opportunity to take and guide the discussion. Why should the tutors always get the pleasure always there. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I keep doing it
So
often.
let's try to play this game. Like I start with a sentence,
Uh,
and we would continue that in form of a story.
Marvelous. I like that. I keep doing it very often. So you give me the lead. You give me the lead.
Okay.
You begin the story and you say over to you, and I'll take it from there.
Okay. So the story is about a boy who was thinking what should he do next, because he is in his mid 20s and he is confused. Over to you.
And in amidst his thoughts, there are so many thoughts that came to his mind. Sometimes he felt that this could be the right thing to do. There could be next, and in the next moment he thought this could be another thing to do. But ultimately he always found himself at the crossroads. But then he met a mentor. Perhaps that was the moment of the truth in his life. And mentor gave him some very insightful and practical advice. And he never found them overwhelming as well. So he took one at a time and he started working in a bit, as a result of which those actions, they appear to be more actionable, and in fact it became more result oriented. It took him some time, but down the line, 6 months after, he could see quantifiable results. He started seeing those visible results, and then he realized consistency is the key, and deliberate practice, perhaps. और भी बोलना है राज?
Okay. Uh, I have to start it from there onwards as well.
Oh, because you
Yeah,
never said.
leave
I
it to
thought
me.
you want me to complete also, so I never said. So
Okay.
uh,
You have to give it back to me as well.
so I'll give it like that, and then so I'll give it like this. So he realized that there were few things which helped him to become what he became.
And
Deliberate, deliberate.
yeah.
You can take it from here also. I mean, you can, because you have heard me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So after achieving the thing that he wanted to work on, and he worked for that long, now he wanted to see what next. He was looking forward to set another goal, and he was thinking that what are the points that are related to it. In terms of that, he was unable to think it on his own. So he thought that whether I should connect with that mentor again, or whether what else should I do? How can I take it further? Because whatever I have done, it is good enough, but not enough for me to feel satisfied. So I'm not done yet, and I want to continue it further. But once again, he was a little bemused. Over to you again.
But he had this feeling in his mind that if he gets back to his mentor, he will be the one who could show him the right direction. And exactly that's what happened again. Mentor helped him to go back to the basics. He started from the scratch. They brainstormed together. And again, the action plan was laid in a very logical sequence.
Okay.
Over to you, sir. ज़्यादा देर नहीं बोलेंगे हम फिर.
Right. Okay. So once again, he was doing all this, and he found a little bit of success here as well. And then at the point, he started thinking as well that if we are going to continue this journey, we would never feel satisfied. So what is satisfaction? He wanted to search it on a bigger scale. What what are the things that could actually give me satisfaction? And he went on to searching that. Over to you.
In the quest of his search, he realized one thing, that this is a never-ending journey, because learning is an evolving process. Because while he was also into this actioning of his goals, he could realize there were incremental learnings at every step. So there is no ending to it. In fact, there was no end to it. And that's when he realized that this has become an incredible part, or something that was an inseparable part of his life. And he started to look things with a positive note.
Right.
कहानी खत्म हुआ ना, अभी भी कर
Yeah, it's over now.
it's over now, huh?
Yeah.
And the next part can begin, the sequel, second part.
Yeah.
What did this young boy become after? Where did he reach in terms of his goals after a year's time? Did it really work? Did it really work, or it didn't? That's the question. We'll come back to. It's like that.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried reporting news, Raj?
Yeah, I have tried it, yeah, only here a
I'll tell
few
you.
times.
I'll tell you something, bro. Try it on your own.
Yeah.
And look at the posture with which I have come forward now. My hand
Yeah.
is on the table, and that's how. And imagine you are having a talk with 3-4 panelists. You pretend yourself. Okay, Mr. Sharma, we will listen to we'll listen to. I will come back to you, sir. We'll come back to you. So all these things will give you those voice modulation, intonation, right?
Right.
And then some exciting news you are reporting. Generally, I'll tell you, people, when they are very rigid with their body language, it's not about you, huh?
Yeah.
People, when they are
But
too rigid
I
about
feel it that I am also a bit
that you
to
can
this.
always take a call.
Yeah.
I'm just
Of course.
giving you a few data points, which
Yeah. Right.
my experience, that people, they don't move much. Why? I'll tell you, Raj. They become very conscious.
And one thing I would like to point here, that the news channel I watch, or maybe I can paint a picture of watching it in earlier days, like DD National or DD Metro. Most of those reporters were like that as well.
Absolutely, sitting like a cold ice, huh?
Yeah, right.
So
So,
that's what I'm trying to say. That when you find somebody very interactive, you always ask this question: why do I enjoy talking to this person?
right,
Because there is a lot of tadkas and spices into it.
right,
Maybe this person bring in variance. Maybe he puts in a lighter moment sometimes. So engaging questions, able to make some smart transitions in between. So all these matters a lot. And news anchor or an anchor from a studio also does that.
right.
Yeah, that's not where we were. I'll come back to you, sir. Please hold on to your point. And we'll move to Miss Aarti Sharma. She's on the Aarti ji, can you listen to me? So try this activities. Okay. And you can try it here also with me as well.
Yeah, right.
Because the idea is that will give you a lot of flexibility in terms of your rigidity, if you have. That you will,
Right.
I mean, we don't need to tell, because if I think an individual is the best critic of oneself. I
Right.
think so. Especially someone who is on a self-reliant journey, then he or she is quite capable to understand that. I feel so.
Yeah, sure.
You just need that little nudge or a push to tell him or her that this could be the right way. Don't tell him this is the right way, because that may not work with him or her.
Right.
Yeah, I think so, brother. That's because whoever I have learned from, maybe if I have noticed something and if I've seen that has really, I have fancied that. Okay. So very next thing is that I've come and started mimicking. And I see if I can bring in my own variance into it. I understood now.
Right.
It is like an acting. A director has showed you something as per the script, and now you are putting your own emotions into it. And I do it every day, Raj, believe me. At this moment also, I'm doing it with you.
Yeah. And recall, I can recall the faces, all the faces of those reporters who used to do all this.
So you understand, no?
Who do all this.
So that's why I'm saying, so the thing is that you have to understand that if I'm able to create that moment which has made you visualize, then I'm successful, brother. I'm done. I'm done with my job.
Yeah.
That means, you have been able to relate to it. And now you have to do it. Initially, there will be some hiccups because it is like getting away from the skin of your character.
Of course.
Right? So what I
Yeah.
suggest is, before you plunge into it, why don't you do it yourself? Let the people, uh, outsiders call you mad, crazy, weird. Let them label you with this. More they label you with this, remember, you are on the path of your glory.
All right.
That's what I think, bro. At least that's the way I have worked myself all the way, all throughout my life. I have won some, I've lost some. It's okay. But I think I have brought many smiles to faces. So I count those moments. So we need to count our blessings.
Of course.
Yeah, I do that. Any thoughts?
This is something new that whenever we talk, we do get something new on the plate as well. Like the last time we were talking about storytelling, and this time
So I have a different way of conveying things. I'll not give you gyan. So you must have noticed this. So my idea of interaction is this. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, right.
So if you like it, implement it, Raj. If you don't like it, you don't do it. Simple. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
और कोई सेवा सर?
It as always, it was lovely talking.
Same here, brother. Same here. Keep meeting me, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Smile more.
Yeah.
Be happy.
Yeah, sure. Bye for now.
Bye
See you
for
in another session.
very soon. Very soon. Bye.
Yeah, sure.